Hey, welcome to Bad Playstyle, a book club style podcast where we all get together, have played the same game, and discuss. What do we do on this podcast, my best friend Owen, that the young people might be offended by?
We say bad words.
Keenan, my other best friend, what do we do on this podcast that the old people might be offended by?
Yo, we gonna ruin all the stories. We gonna spoil everything.
Such as, par exemple, did you know that the boss, Big Boss, and Biggest Boss from the Metal Gear Solid franchise are actually the bears from Goldilocks? Welcome to Bad Playstyle.
Hey, I see you there. Welcome to the show.
I am addicted to finger guns, and my name is Matt.
My name... Am I unleashing it?
Yeah.
My name is Congy Bong. I've also been using finger guns, often in text chats.
I didn't even know that was an option.
Some high quality
Who else is in the room?
Oh, hey, it's me. It's your friendly neighborhood Owen.
Suddenly not playing with Legos. So weird.
Yeah.
All right, so moving right along.
Never mind your Legos.
I knew that was going to happen.
What game did we play?
We played House of the Dying Sun.
House of the Dying Sun.
Yeah. This game full of rules.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We will get there.
No, but we're already there. We're going to keep going.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with it.
Yep, we're going to go plow on right through it. So here's the part of the show where we talk about stupid things we did regarding video games this week.
Yep.
We've got one, Keenan.
Yeah, we got at least one.
Okay. Well, I'll let you guys... I had sort of like a bullshit one that I was going to do that wasn't real, but you guys have a real one.
No, but
so
I want to hear your bullshit one first.
Yeah.
No. You're going to find out about it later. Don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should I start the story,
It's
Keenan?
one of those. I think from your perspective, the start is probably...
So, PUBG did like a battle pass over, January?
Oh, we're talking about the shame. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bullshit thing
I thought we were
video
doing
games.
the other thing we've been doing lately.
Okay,
You can talk about
so
that.
they did a battle pass for like a month.
Okay.
And Keenan and I both bought it.
It was a couple.
It was like
December through February.
Yeah.
They're usually a quarter.
Yeah.
And it like honestly, I think the PUBG Battle Pass is okay.
Yeah.
It's you get a better value out of it than buying crates, at least if you play the game a fair bit.
Yeah. And they're smart enough to put stuff that isn't available elsewhere.
I think
in it.
Battle Pass systems are fun.
Yeah.
I think it's like a good way to engage with a game in a way that you maybe have like forgotten about.
It points you in different directions.
Yeah,
and
I really like.
I think it's a healthy thing to slap on a game like that.
Yeah.
And so we made like good progress on the battle pass.
It has 100 levels.
Yeah,
and I think I was at 62.
Yeah, I was like 50 something by the end. But like when I bought the battle pass, like I made up my mind like, okay, so I paid this much for the battle pass. I want to get up to the rewards at this tier, and you can like buy levels onto it. And so like when I bought it, like I did this mental calculus is like how much money am I comfortable putting into it and feeling like I got a good return out of it, type of thing.
Right.
And then like this thing happened where like around the time Apex Legends came out, I got really burnt out on PUBG. Like I tried out Ape Leg and didn't like it so much. And then also like just wanted to I have 1,000 hours logged in PUBG.
My brain just grokked Ape Leg.
Yeah.
Go on.
And so like I just took a break from it for a while, and then like a couple weeks later I was like, hey Ken, you want to play some PUBG? I haven't played PUBG in like 2 weeks, and we booted up and it's the last day.
Like,
of the
oh
battle
shit!
Right. And like
we fucked ourselves.
And like I'm like not at my own personal targets.
Right. Oh yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
We both had this moment together. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
I actually have something for this after this.
Yeah, and so it's like, all right, Keenan, here's the deal. I'll do it if you do it.
We made a pact.
And so I didn't buy out all the levels to where I wanted to be.
You made a financial irresponsibility.
But we both spent $17 on our battle passes that evening because it's like, all right, so here's the deal. We're going to play these games tonight, and however high we get after that, we need to decide then because the servers go down for maintenance tomorrow, and we won't be able to...
They'll be down for 8 hours, so there's no way!
Yeah, I'm not staying up till midnight just to buy shit on the battle pass tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we both spent $17 on the battle pass and got, like, some bullshit.
Some good puffy jackets and stupid shit.
Yeah. The one I was really excited about is there's a skin for the level 2 helmet that makes it like army green with a medic's cross on the front
Like
and
World
back.
War II style.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's cool.
Because I've been wanting some level 2 helmet skins.
Yeah. I'm still bummed we missed the level 3 one, but that wasn't behind a paywall.
Yeah.
That was behind some really fucked up achievements.
It was a glitch, a somewhat unreliable battle pass like achievement thing to do.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It had a goal, and originally when the Battle Pass came out, the goal was not stated correctly in the UI.
Yeah, it was worded differently.
That's
and then on top of that,
to me in
it
Payday.
doesn't always trigger.
Yeah.
So-
On top of that, it seems to be unreliable.
There was an achievement in Payday 2 where it was like, you need to take this fucking single action revolver and get 6 headshots within 6 seconds without reloading.
Yeah, I remember that achievement.
And so I was like, well, I'll just do Swan Song, which Swan Song gives you like, I'm just saying it for the viewer, it gives you like 10 seconds where you don't need to reload and your gun has infinite ammo if you reach 0 health, after which point you will be down. It's called Swan Song because it's like your last little like hurrah before
It's your
you
action movie, like nuke all the dudes in the room and go down.
or you know, scream at your teammate and tell them to res you while you're in. You know, and so I did that and just like fanned the hammer at some cops, and I definitely got 6 headshots, but the game was like, you didn't do it the way I wanted you to do it, and I didn't specify in the achievement when it's hard going in there to go fuck yourself. I was like, all right, man. That was about the time I burned out on PUBG. Speaking of burning out, I have a similar story. In Warframe, they have the Prime Access.
Is that their battle pass?
Well, it's every 3 months they sell you a bunch of like extraneous game shit and then like the newest high-end content that they just came out with.
This is the paywall for, hey, you want the new thing?
Do you want the new thing without grinding for it?
Sure.
Right. And I never get the new thing without grinding for it, but sometimes I'll buy like the accessories, like the cosmetics, because I really think that the cosmetics look cool, and I think that looking cool in Warframe is a large part of the reason why I still enjoy playing it.
It's endgame.
Fashion frame is endgame, as they say. And so one of the things you get with the accessories is 90 days of double XP and double like credits.
Okay.
Like double money. And I have, I believe, twice gotten completely burned out on Warframe for extended periods of time within a week of purchasing that option.
Yep.
I remember that happened to me with Here's the Storm all the time. You get those stim packs that double your XP for 7 days, and I would get it and then not play Here's the Storm for like 5 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, good job, Bowen.
Yeah. Bonehead move. All right. What are you playing?
What am I playing?
Yeah.
I got 2 new games.
Yeah.
I bought a game called Objects in Space.
What's up?
Objects in Space is like it's a space flight sim, but it's like a space flight sim if you like how a spaceship would actually be designed, where it's like you're not like in a cockpit looking out at beautiful stars.
It's
and
a submarine game.
Asteroids zip past you. It's a fucking submarine game where it's just like you just have like number displays.
Yeah.
It's
the Duskers trailer.
Yeah, kind of. And it's
that trailer's so fucking good.
Yeah, it's a good trailer, especially for a game that does not make good trailers.
No,
it doesn't show well.
No.
But anyway, so this game, like, you're like a space trucker. Like the premise is that like, we're part of this expedition and we're gonna go to a new sector of space and we're gonna be the first humans to settle that solar system, and it's gonna be a grand like manifest destiny in space.
Let's star wipe our hands in front of our face.
And like the tutorial basically leads you up into doing the hyperjump to go to that sector of space, and then like you come out of hyperjump and your ship is spinning out of control. And you like can slowly regain it, and like another ship comes over and contacts you, and I'm like, wait, how is there another ship here already? This was unexplored turf.
Right.
I'm part of the so-and-so expedition. And they're like, like about like 45 years ago, this thing happened where everyone who made the hyperjump, like maybe they didn't all show up, and maybe they didn't all show up at the same time. So people have been like showing up for the last 45 years, and the sector is like settled.
Okay.
And so you're like, oh, damn. So you go into port and sell your expedition ship to get like a space trucker ship.
Yeah.
You sell your ship because it's a collector's item.
Yeah. It's a collector. First of all, it's not street legal. Second of all, it's a collector's item. And you become just like a space trucker.
Right.
And it's like the game's all about like you getting fines for not turning on your IFF transponder and like
Yeah, it's got some stuff.
So it's like a bit of a Papers, Please situation.
Kind of.
It also
just
like
a little sprinkling, like a little.
it also has like a
sprinkle
sprinkle of
Papers.
Shadowrun in it because I've seen some shit on Twitter where people are like, "Yo, I just found out I was carting this illegal shit for these guys, and then I got pulled over and they told me I was carrying a bomb." Like,
it's definitely some like
exactly.
it's definitely some like dirt bags in space.
Nice.
But they don't always tell you, the driver.
Yeah.
Like,
I have been so every day at work. The 4 staff members that work at my after school program, they arrive about a half an hour before the kids do, and it's like our time to get together and like coordinate with one another and like team build and that shit. And for the second half of this week, I've been playing Heat Signature during that part of the day. Okay. So like the other staff members will arrive and I'll be like emoting at the screen and they'll be like, "What just happened?" And you know, we were talking about this yesterday. Heat Signature is very easily explainable in a way that's exciting to people who don't play video games.
It's instantly understandable.
Yeah, so I was like, I just threw a grenade into a room and then every single guard on the entire spaceship glitched to my location.
Yeah.
you know, 19 dudes teleported in the room with their fists doing this.
Yeah. But I was accidentally under a slipstream and a visitor the whole time, so I just teleported out of that room. And then they're like, "Okay, cool." So yeah, I've been playing Heat Signature. Are we done with your thing, or
I had another game, but whatever, I'm fine. Yeah,
you're good. Okay.
Yeah. Also, I've been playing Heat Signature, and I captured every single base in Heat Signature.
Nice.
And I've been slowly chipping away at doing every single defector mission.
I've been trying to get to. There's a mission I need to do to unlock one of Keenan's characters that got captured.
Oh, cool.
And every single person on the ship that I need to go into has both a shield that is non-emergency, so it's just always on.
Yeah.
And armor.
Okay.
So
that's like 2 fuck yous.
So I got armor-piercing weaponry, but I need to get some subverters,
like some self-charging,
some
subverters
crash
or
beams,
some shit,
or just like a ton of recharging ones, or like a ton of
traps,
or glitch traps. Yeah, but there's also like
glitch traps have low charge cap.
I have one with 5.
5. Okay, that's not bad. They're hard to get high capacity glitch traps.
Apparently I unlocked one pretty early that has 5.
That's cool.
And it's just in the shop, so everyone I know can buy it. It's pretty great. So yeah, I've been getting back into that. The unfortunate thing is that ship spawns with a jammer on the other end of the enormous ship. And so he's just like making that whole area of the ship uninhabitable for me. Mm-hmm. Can you shoot jammers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. You can also walk up and break them.
Or you're talking about the device?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can shoot them.
Okay. Because I need to experiment. Because if you can shoot the device, that's like I'm super okay with that.
Yeah.
I know you can walk up to it and hit E.
No, I know that.
And
but
you can access
like...
it from the pause menu too, because that's actually better to do. Because if there's like a gun on the ground or a corpse or a knocked out person, it'll always prioritize that over breaking the jammer trap. Yeah. So it's better to go to your menu and delete them that way.
Yeah.
But jammer the unit, not the device.
Yeah. Is
how I came to like traps, because jammer traps still work. Or crash traps. Crash traps still work in jammer fields. Whereas
the jammers make traps a lot better. But anyway, earlier today I was on an assassination mission and I shot the dude who was in armor with my only armor piercing weapon, which was a concussive gun, and forgot to slit his throat, and then shot myself out the window, and then had to sneak back into the ship and like do it, and that was like my coworker's introduction to Heat Signature.
Okay.
So
I super fucked up, but now I'm doing it.
Now I'm fixing it. Yeah. Before the alarm went off, because I have 3 recharging slipstreams. That's all I want to talk about. Keenan, what's up?
I have done several interesting forays into video games. I played Thief Simulator a little bit.
What is that?
Thief Simulator hit the streamers like a month ago.
Okay.
And it is a first-person game wherein you do a bunch of breaking and enterings.
So, non-steampunk Thief.
It's a suburb.
All right.
Yeah, so it has like RPG elements where you get a better lockpick.
So you're like shooting water arrows at their Bluetooth home security cameras?
Absolutely, yeah. Light arrows when they need light. And, leaving with their guitar.
Yeah. I got his Fender.
So, that's one of the charming things in that game is everything is like name brand but wrong.
Okay, sure.
Nice.
So it was a Yomoho guitar.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So that's a thing I did. I also, and I think Owen can jump in here, played some Astroneer because it hit 1.0.
Yeah, that game's cool.
That game's pretty cool. Owen was playing the other day when I got home, and I was like,
I had a lot to say about why that game was cool. I'd love if you could
repeat
any of the stuff you said to me last night.
Yeah, I was taking a second to like process it because it's like, yeah, that game is cool. Let me think about that for a second.
I was like, Owen's playing Astroneer. That game has multiplayer. I wonder if I can just jump in.
Yeah, it's got jump in multiplayer, so like... It's like a little sandbox game. I'm like dicking around on my own, and like multiple times it doesn't announce when someone joins.
Tell you at all.
Oh, great!
And it's a game of complete solitude. There's no animals. There's no people. There's just plants and rocks.
So then suddenly there's just
a dopey ass astronaut walks up and waves at you.
Like derpy little astronaut comes up and like gets in my space.
Hey, buddy.
And it's like, God damn it.
Yeah, so he pops in Discord the second time I do this. Like, dude, this is weird.
Yeah, that game is really interesting. Like, it has this interface that is like very frustrating to use at first.
It is. Mostly because it's so intuitive, you feel dumb when you get it.
Yeah. So there's almost no graphical menus in the game, period. Mm-hmm. That all of the interface of how you interact with things around you is like you physically picking up objects and connecting them to things that like... Your inventory is like 10 slots on your back, and so when you're walking around, you can see all 10 items you're carrying. And the way that you put them in the crafting machine is like you literally pick them up and putting them in the crafting machine. And the way you hook up different buildings to each other is you pick up the extension cord and drag it over to the thing you're plugging it into. And so like the whole thing feels like a little set of Playmobil toys.
Yeah, it's like you're an action figure.
Like I don't want to call... Yeah, like I think an easy comparison is to compare them to Legos, but like Legos allow for like a lot of creativity and your own interpretation of what it means, whereas like Playmobil was always the modular toys where it's like this is that thing. You don't get to
This is the Master Chief Lego, go fuck yourself.
This hairdryer isn't a gun or a hairdryer, it's a gun.
Like it's but so like all the pieces are very discrete and are exactly what they are, but they have this like modularity to them and the way they click together and things like that. It all.
This is the Captain Price Mega Block.
Have you seen that?
Yep.
So Mega Block. So a Lego won't touch certain franchises because they're too violent.
Right. There's like, Call of Duty Mega Blocks.
So the only exception is Star Wars because Star Wars is too big.
Yeah.
You can't pass up Star Wars money.
Yeah.
But so there's Assassin's Creed Mega Blocks.
Yep.
There's Pokemon Mega Blocks.
Yep. I love Mega Blocks.
We go where they won't.
They're kind of great because they're just dirtbag Legos.
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. There's so many stupid Mega Blocks. As an adult, I have come to appreciate the fact that like their manufacturing standards are not up to the Lego.
Oh no.
Like they did some blind bags for a while of Halo ones, and so I bought them just on a whim. I was like, I want some Halo assault rifles from the Legos.
Yeah.
It was like, no, these things suck.
Nope.
This is like flash molded bent crap.
Yeah. But I do have like a Covenant plasma rifle somewhere in my Lego collection.
Hell yeah!
Which is like, it's kind of cool.
The other game that I cracked open yesterday is... I said to myself, Self, I need some Sam Fisher in my life.
Do you call yourself Self?
I did, yeah.
No, but like, do you?
Sometimes.
You know, I know a guy named Chris Self.
No. Ooh.
He's not a quality human being.
Yeah, self-actualization needed. Something like that.
I don't know.
So yeah, I cracked open Splinter Cell Blacklist. I forgot that game totally recognized that Sam Fisher hella doesn't want that job. The like entire opening sequence of that game is a base that Sam Fisher is at gets attacked, and he's like, fine, I'll kill people, whatever. And then the government's like, Sam, we need you. And he's like, fine, whatever.
See, I was expecting you to say he goes home with his work laptop and reports it missing.
So they put Sam in charge of like a multi-million-dollar secret agency because he's the man for the job, because he saved the president last week. And then you go gallivanting around the world fighting terrorists.
This is why Sam Fisher versus got changed.
So Ronald Reagan was shot once. Did the guy who whisked him to the hospital get like control of the CIA?
Did they give him the fifth freedom?
Yeah.
The freedom to kill?
Shut up.
God, I love the stupid conceits in that game. It's like dumb Metal Gear.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah. What if we made a techno thriller that was just about dudes snapping necks?
It's Metal Gear for like basic ass white
Yep.
people.
This is the Ugg Boots Pumpkin Spice Latte Metal Gear. Like,
This guy's the villain. You know he's the villain because he has a Prince Albert.
yep. And a scar.
Yeah.
And a
Alright.
non-standard haircut.
Yep.
Yeah, he has an undercut. He has an undercut and a scar L.
Okay, but to be fair, that is the Waffen SS
Oh,
cut.
I didn't mean the gun. I meant like he definitely has a scar on his face to tell you he's a bad dude.
Yes, because physical deformity is a reflection
Yeah.
of internal evil.
Yep.
So what's on the inside is on his outside.
Yeah, I also forgot that it's the game where Sam Fisher isn't voiced by Michael Ironside, and I hate it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and a long-standing character in the series is voiced by Adam Jensen. I'm like, why is Adam Jensen talking to me from the other side of this jail cell? This is stupid. I looked it up. I had to, and I was like, oh, he's just a Ubisoft guy. Got it. Like,
Yeah.
it was weird.
Oh, booby soft.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, that's the end of that chapter.
that's you games.
That's
What'd you play?
You God.
You played Heat Signature.
That's all you play?
Hitman 2, but
Yeah, I played some of that too. That
Yeah.
game's good.
Hitman 2 is really good.
That game's good.
It's way better than Hitman 1. They
Codename 47 is a hard game to go back to.
stop doing that joke. I'm done with it.
No, I'm here for it.
But
Yeah.
it's
He's
like
back
it's like
in.
Thieves' Camp, but worse. You're being Galen.
But the game is literally called. There is a Hitman 1.
What do you want me to call the new one?
2016?
I don't
Hitman
wanna- I don't wanna do-
2016?
I don't feel like doing
Hitman
that.
Doom
2018?
2016?
I hate calling Hitman 2016 just Hitman. Okay,
Yeah.
calling the one that follows it Hitman 2 because that one is somehow worse. to me.
Hitman Codename 47 and Hitman 2 Silent Assassin are games that exist, damn it!
Yeah,
They're not good.
2 was alright.
yeah. 2 has some cool missions.
Yeah.
2 has some missions that they should bring back. At
2 is
some
where
point.
those games turned. And
Yeah.
that's important.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Contracts.
Contracts is where they were good.
Yeah,
Blood Money is where they were perfected.
yeah.
Onwards.
There's a lot of bad missions in contracts too. Like there are great missions in contracts, and there are like some like.
Anyway, I was playing Hitman 2.
Great.
Hitman got a lot less racist.
Yeah.
They learned a lot from Hitman 1 that I feel got applied in really unique ways to Hitman 2. Like, there's a lot of interesting conceits going on in the levels in 2. Like, there's one where you don't know what one of your marks looks like, so you have to investigate in the level
Okay.
to, like, find out who the fuck they
Sure.
are. There's one...
I feel like they've done that before.
It's better because the
Okay.
model's randomized and everything, like so that
Yeah.
you don't know as the player coming back
Yeah,
in.
What am I
like,
thinking of?
every time you actually have to do it instead of just knowing.
I think I think the Mardi Gras mission does that. In Blood Money.
Yeah. There's like randomization in the Mardi Gras
Mhm.
mission.
There's like a bunch of birds, but you only want certain ones or something like that.
And you don't.
No, it's location. It's the same bird
Is it?
model every
Okay.
time. There's
There-
two.
there-
There's
There's another one I'm thinking of.
They
too.
flirted with that idea before, but
In-
haven't
in-
executed it
in
well.
Mardi Gras. There was 2 locations you could be at, and there was a really like if you knew what you were looking for, there was a thing you could look for in like the first 30 seconds of the mission that would tell
that
you.
would
where
tell
it was
you.
at.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that what level's really good. There's a level where there's a third target who absolutely cannot die, and the other 2 targets have kill switches for him.
Mm-hmm.
So if they get too spooked, they'll kill him, and you'll fail the mission.
I forgot how much I really liked the throughput storyline in those games. It's actually a thing in a way the other games never pulled off.
I don't care. I really don't care.
I think it's neat that they tried and executed on something.
I mean, sure, but like something had to go there.
Yeah,
The
but like
cutscene.
it's definitely not what I'm there for. I'm with you on that. Like,
it's
no,
like
man.
I'm really excited about the targets in the next game because we know who they are already, so it's set up
Oh, really?
right.
By the end?
So
Okay.
at the end, you there's like a couple of people you meet in a boardroom who are there in VR. You don't meet them, but you see them in a cutscene, and you're like, "Cool, this is who I get to kill next game."
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
I'm excited for
Because
that.
the whole story is about dismantling this fucked up shit you've run into.
Yeah. And so like at the end of the game, the dude gives you a whole 3 whole families of bad guys to kill. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Nice.
And ta-da, moving on. Are you guys excited about anything as far as games go?
Mario Maker 2 was announced like a month ago.
Okay.
And every once in a while I remember that happened and I get really excited.
Really pumped up.
Pokemon Sword and Shield seems cool.
Pokemon Attack and Protect.
Mm-hmm. And Gun.
Yeah.
There's a Mexican news channel that went with that.
There was an American
It's
newspaper that
amazing.
went with that.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
anyway, I'm here for Sobble.
there's not much of a story to House of the Dying Sun, but we're about to spoil it.
There's a little bit. There's like a little...
The spoiler, it's really driving, but it's not like something you can spoil.
There's a reveal at the end, I think.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I'm glad I didn't know how the last mission played out going into it.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. But okay, yeah. So what are you talking about? Let's spoil it. Let's go into it.
Basically, that at the end of the game, I hadn't really looked at the setup very critically up until the last minute, where it's you're just terrible people.
Yeah, totally.
You're some real Civil War, the South will rise again, domestic terrorists.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The game starts and it says the Emperor is dead.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And then it's go make it right. Is basically what it says.
What I was talking about is how they're talking about how you are what's called the dragon.
Yeah.
You've been unleashed because the Emperor was killed.
Yeah.
And that,
which is way fucked up.
And that you're basically you're a consciousness or a computer program that can possess fighter pilots.
Yeah.
And that you're not allowed to possess a person outside the confines of a fighter, and that you basically spend all moments of consciousness in war. And this is your terrible existence. And I imagine if you beat the game more, you get more lore elements related to what that is. But
you're basically Joshua from a war game. So you're the computer that always contemplates the final war,
right?
And what the optimal way to win that final war is.
And they let you off the chain, because they're mad.
Yeah,
because they're reactionary mad.
So why don't we describe the game for maybe people who are fumbling into this room, not knowing what's happening?
Yeah, describe it, man.
House of the Dying Sun is it's probably the easiest to describe game I think we've ever played on this podcast. It's a fucking cockpit dogfighting game.
Yeah,
it's a space flight sim.
Yeah, it's a space flight dogfighting game.
Yeah.
With
everything you'd expect.
Yeah, with missile locks and machine guns on your plane.
Super excellent sound design.
And the most phenomenal sound design I can think of in a game.
I'm really glad I played this game in VR.
Yeah,
I want to plug into it because I didn't.
You didn't?
No, so I sat down on my monitor I'm gonna play it some, and then I was just in.
Yeah.
And I played the whole game.
Yeah,
and I regret that, but also
So
it's
Keenan,
fine.
I know you're not doing anything tomorrow.
Yeah.
So guess what you're doing tonight?
Yeah.
Because that was a direct order from Owen, and I'm going to let you off the
I
hook.
remember
I'm not
hearing
I'm
that
not
we
gonna-
can choose in
No.
the chat.
Nope. He did say I'm specifically
Okay, well,
asking
then
you
I
guys to
misread
play it
that,
in VR. And so I'm going to let you off the hook. I'm not going to turn my key on this one.
Okay.
But you have to do this.
That's
shit.
fine.
Yeah, and it sounds like you were really
I
into
want
it.
I was into it that way, so I want that immersion.
Right.
on top of it.
Play at least the final mission or something.
Nah, you got to play the whole game, man. It's not that long.
Fair. It's a short game, but
no, but I'll set it up for him tonight. Anyway, what I want to say about the VR is that I have always...
To be fair, I did walk into the living room and go, I don't know how to get a controller on this. I went back to my room. I didn't give it a lot of thought.
So, I've always not disliked flight sims, but ever since I was little and I played Descent, I've always been sort of overwhelmed by them.
Yeah.
In this way, you know how when your head gets off axis and you turn it in the flight sim.
Yeah.
Right? I've always just liked that. But doing it in VR, I never felt the need to reorient my head to any sort of perceived equilibrium.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was always just this is how the plane is going. Okay, this is fine.
I mean, first of all, you're always in space. There's no floor.
Right.
And then, I know it's a thing there's no down in space. Oh, I'm very clever.
But it's easier to dissociate when you don't have one.
The level has it down, though, because it's there's the ships are facing this way, the large ones.
Yeah.
Right? And so, but I never... That was one thing that the VR really helped with, was unlocking myself from that,
Right.
and being able to have the ship go one way and my head look another, and that to be like a seamless interaction.
VR helps you dissociate all
It
of
was
it in a way
amazing.
that's helpful.
Also, gesticulating backwards at ships I'm running away from is delightful. Like the enemy capital ship arriving, and I turn around in VR, and my ship's still going this way, and just flipping them off this way.
Well, also, I just love that. I love the moment of like trader flagship incoming, like 4 seconds, and you hear that like beep beep, and it just fills the view screen. You're looking at your copy, it's like, fuck, man,
I fucked up.
Yeah,
so let me explain that. So you have a time limit from the minute you drop into the mission
to every single mission
on every mission.
Let's be more specific. The millisecond.
Yeah. Like it's like, yo, mission started. Timer's on. Like start the clock, motherfucker.
Because like the first mission for me, it was like 20 seconds.
Yeah. No, it's quick.
It was very quick. Yeah.
So basically, the way the game keeps you from fucking around, as a mechanic, is that the trader flagship shows up with 2 other ships at minimum. And they fuck your shit in.
Oh, yeah.
Super bad. I'm like, even at the end of the game with a bunch of gear, I could not take that ship down.
I took on a capital ship one time.
Yeah.
It's super hard.
Yeah.
I took it out on the final mission.
On the final mission?
Yeah, and it was a little rough, but I had the armor piercing rounds.
Yep.
So once I got the shield down, it was smooth.
But it's not easy. Even when you're fully geared. And I appreciate that because it keeps the mechanic alive in that the flagship shows up and you're like, okay, fucking finish it, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it's a really great control on the pacing of the game.
And it also provides the angle you need to realize, like, you're doing some gorilla ass shit.
Yeah. Well, also like, the fact that, like, in the last mission, there's, like, a death counter running up in the billions.
Yeah.
So, like, the last mission, for those of you at home who didn't play this game for some reason.
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. The last
Get
mission,
with the format.
The last mission involves you going to the seat of your civilization that has been overthrown by
home world.
By who you...
The throne world.
Who you hold as the traitors, and you fucking glass the surface of the planet. With like,
which is so rad.
With like your own like little like dollar store version of the Death Star.
Yeah.
And so like the mission is you protecting your Death Star while it glasses the planet. And so the whole time you're like, tumbling, doing your little Battlestar Viper flips in your spaceship. Like you see this death count running up like in the billions with a B.
There are several commas in this number.
Yeah, it's just like fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like somehow I thought this whole time that like, oh yeah, we're just gonna like,
no, we're righteous as shit.
Yeah, we're gonna blow up the Imperial Palace and kill the traitor emperor. It's like, no, we're gonna kill the planet.
Yeah.
No, they let that happen.
Yeah,
burn it fucking down.
You're committing an atrocity.
Yeah.
Like an unimaginable atrocity.
And you're a robot doing it.
Which is funny because the video games I've been playing lately, I've been playing Heat Signature, Hitman, and House of the Dying Sun.
Yeah.
And all of those, I am an incredible dirtbag of the highest caliber. And yeah.
And at least in Hitman, like the people that you kill ostensibly are very evil people.
But then, like. Okay.
You're just the dirtbag. Like in Hitman, you're just the weapon that got pointed the other way.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like
you're
it's
still
not that
you're still a piece of shit.
Yeah, no, it's not that you're a good like he's barely a person, right? Like come on. Like let's be real. But also like, he can be as righteous as he wants about it, but he's still fucking killing people. Like,
all right. Did any of you guys use that fucking shotgun thing on the
I did, and I hated it.
Okay. So I'm not the only one who hates that thing?
I was like, space shotgun sounds cool. Nope, not at all.
I used the default machine gun because it seemed to work just fine. And then later they gave me a laser that was really good at taking down shields, so I also used that too.
Oh, okay.
And then at no point did I use any other weapons except for the huge mega missile.
Yeah, the capital ship torpedo.
Yeah,
I love that thing.
It's
like,
very good.
The fact that
it's very good to have a fuck you.
Well, also like there's something like really exciting about having just one of them.
Yeah. It's a good it's a good look.
It
makes you care about it.
Yeah, and it makes the moment when you use it like very
impacting,
dramatic. Yeah. It's Luke shooting the torpedo at the shaft moment. It's like ooh, like this game just has like this unbelievably oppressive sound design that like.
Everything's muffled.
Everything's muffled except for the shit that's hitting your ship
and the electronic beeps that are mad at you.
Oh yeah, There's definitely some good cockpit alarms, but I mean like the sound when your shields go down and something hits you.
Cronk, cronk.
Like I when I talked about this game previously on the podcast, it's like you're in a minivan and someone's throwing fist-sized rocks at it. It's like this, like, kunk! And it's like, fuck.
I need to be out of this right now!
Like, it is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, no, there's definitely, like, a visceral reaction where I hit both sticks in opposite directions when I hear that noise.
Yeah. And you get that beep,
yeah, no,
beep,
I hit
beep.
the...
its alarm sounds are good.
I hit the accelerator, and then this stick up, and then this stick, like, down and to the right. I just go, like...
Yeah.
What's that noise?
Just do the, like, most awkward little tumble. I love the fucking strafing mechanic.
Yeah.
Oh, that feels
sliding around.
Yeah.
Broadside.
So you can drift your fighter.
Yeah,
like,
you can literally, like, you're moving on the vector your engines push you on, and then you can just be like, nah, and do the Battlestar, like, point your shit wherever you want.
Use your reaction control to point yourself a different way, so you can fire your guns.
Use a drift.
Yeah.
Fucking
so you
broadside at 500 miles an hour.
Yeah, past, like, the capital ship, just lighting it up the whole time. Like, it's so good. Ooh.
So I ended up, missiles, machine gun.
Yeah, I started with the missiles and machine gun the whole time.
The missiles do really good shield damage.
Well,
I'm in a flight sim and I want missiles.
The laser does longer range and higher shield damage.
I don't think I ever unlocked
than the missiles. So yeah, I don't know.
Because I would have been down for lasers.
Yeah.
Like
the long gun is weird and cool and hard.
Yeah. I'm with Keenan though. I'm in a flight sim. I want to get missile locks.
I want a missile lock.
Yeah, like missile locks need to happen.
Fox 2.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
well, I mean, if the computer's not screaming at you, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you even here?
Yeah. No, like the core of a flight sim game is the furball, right? Like you get in it and you turn a lot and you occasionally take out another ship and you look around and it's total chaos and you go, I'm going back in. Yep. And you do that until it stops.
Apparently there's an upgrade that's fairly high level where you can get, every time you get a kill, you get a gap closer for your fighters.
Where you just teleport behind another one?
No, it's every time you get a kill, you just like fucking boop, like all the way up next to the other fighter.
Oh, weird.
And so it's for like rapidly moving between engagements.
Okay.
As like an incredibly glass cannon-y situation.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like looking. I was not interested.
Yeah, that sounds like Power Man was not meant to wield.
Well, it also sounds like it sounds like the type of thing that would be like good / the only way you could do the higher difficulties.
Yeah.
So
the higher that game can be very hard if you want it, if you ask it to be.
Yeah.
I think when you get into the higher difficulties, I think what is required is to start switching between ships.
Yeah.
Because you can do some really weird shit with the control interface where you can be like, hey, other ship, go bomb that capital. And it's like, sure thing, and just straight lines at whatever that ship is.
Yeah, and it'll shoot its torpedo.
I sort of use this in the context of, I'm going to nuke this ship really quick, and then I don't give a fuck what happens over here, because I want to be over there now.
Yeah.
And I just jump to that other ship and get shit done over there, and, like, call my capitals in behind me or whatever. And so, like, I think that becomes much more important.
Yeah, the tactics definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that layer on the game, too. Like when you get in, you get pulled out into your homeworld view.
Yeah.
Because it definitely looks like you're
This is the homeworld expansion I didn't know I wanted.
Yeah.
Because Homeworld is all like bird's eye, like capital ship view, and it turns out like no, the fighter ship view is pretty fucking dope in Homeworld.
The fighter ship's cool.
The soundtrack to this game,
the music's so good.
It's so goddamn good.
It's just like this percussive, like taiko drum combined with what is that? Is that like fucking Tuvan throat singing, like groaning like that?
It's Tuvan throat singing for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a good like. This game has a very good drive to it throughout in a way
it's all about punishment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like we were saying, at the end of the game, you commit genocide.
Yeah.
and by the time you get there, the game has made you think that that's awesome. Like
effectively.
You get there and you see that number going down and you're like, fuck yeah!
Eat shit!
You're just like annihilating fighters as they pop out of warp, trying desperately to defend against you, the bad guy, and you're like, not today!
Yeah, like you are the antagonist of like a series of science fiction novels.
Yeah.
It's like the Emperor has died and he has triggered his doomsday weapon.
Yeah.
But in this series of novels,
It's like
the good guys
you're
lose.
worse than a doomsday weapon,
Yeah.
though, because it's not like it's just so like raw and destructive.
Yeah.
And just like okay,
The fact that it's like it's not part of your design to have the Death Star, to have the super laser. It's that when they triggered the AI made its own decisions about what it needed to do, and that happened to be.
I need to go.
I fully believe that they let the dragon off the chain and they go, oh shit, we fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
I fully believe that that is
maybe
an
the
eschaton
super-duper
event.
Secret story is that the Emperor was like, "Whoops."
Yeah.
No, like I fully believe that the people that did that in a
I was mad. I let
in
out
a
my
really
killer
emotional
AI,
moment. Yeah,
killed
like,
everyone in the throne world. What are you gonna do?
yeah.
The head scientist goes to the throne and was like, "Hey, so I got bad news. The dragons misidentified you as a
traitor
false,
lord? Yeah.
false emperor.
Yeah.
And all your dukes are traitor lords." And I was like, "How could this happen?" And I was like, "Okay, well, just go turn it off, right?"
He can't do that.
Sir, it's getting more ships. I don't know what to do.
Who made this game?
Marauder Interactive.
Have they made anything else?
No.
No.
Okay.
I looked
Who
it
are-
up and I was mad.
Who are these dudes? Where are they
I have
from?
no
It's
fucking...
a 2-person team.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
remember that part.
All right.
But
Like-
they like freelance for other shit.
Oh,
And
okay.
So that's why there's not another game. This is something they did between projects.
Sure. Okay. Just we show off how cool we are. We made a game.
It's definitely like probably like, hey, we're gonna fuck around with VR, and also like, yo, this thing's cool. Let's put
Well,
it out.
I think the VR came after the fact.
Okay.
Like, the
Yeah.
game came out as it was.
Okay. But it's definitely like looking at their resume on Twitter. It's like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, you work in games. Got it. Like,
Okay.
you worked on a lot of games.
Does anyone have anything bad to say about this game?
It's way too short.
Yeah, that's my only complaint.
There's like a infinite mode in it, and I hate it. Like you know how like the mission structure shows you jumping to different systems to get to the throne world. There's like one off to the side where it's just a mode where like ships will keep jumping in,
Yeah, I don't want that.
and then like it's just like, hey, do you just want to?
I don't want that. I want more scenarios.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's what I want out of that.
Mm. This game would be perfect if it had like a toolkit for making new scenarios.
Yeah, yeah. I would not begrudge them.
If this game had
For
like
that.
some sort of
All right, I got games that should fuck.
give it workshop support.
I got games that should fuck right now.
Is it
Okay,
House of
yeah.
the Dying Sun in the Steam Workshop?
Homeworld. I want one player to play the oh fuck, get rid of the AI, and the other person to play the AI. Yeah, like I want one person to be playing Bird's Eye. Like, oh, deal with it.
I'm definitely a big fan of like asymmetrical multiplayer games
Yeah,
like that.
I think you could do something cool with it.
Like,
And definitely, like in games in general, not enough has been done with the notion of a game master, which is sort of what the homeworld fleet manager would be in the position of.
well, it's like the Left 4 Dead director.
Yeah.
Right.
It's another character in there with you, and you don't even realize it. Like,
or like the thing we always joked about when we would play Payday 2, that Payday 3 would be a RTS where you play as the cops,
Right.
and deploy 400 police officers to
Right.
try and stop this robbery.
Right.
meanwhile, resource managing in the background.
Yeah. And also like negotiating the release of some of the robbers. It's like, oh, we can get a funding injection if we release one of the robbers.
Yeah.
Man, now I want to make that game.
It's such a dumb game.
You still hear their radio chatter.
Yeah.
Fucking broke dick drill.
What?
He's mad at the drill.
Of course he's mad at the drill. Yeah. I was thinking. You remember the Spike and Barley play Afraid of Monsters?
Mm-hmm.
Where they had the guy who ran his own like
Yeah, he made this whole Half-Life game.
his Sven co-op server.
Oh yeah,
where
I
he
remember
was
watching that. That was
playing
super
as like
cool.
a serial killer.
Yeah, and
like,
he can put up little cardboard cutouts of himself and shit.
like if somebody created an experience like
a
that
toolkit for everyone.
for a
for
toolkit
that.
for that kind of experience,
yeah,
that'd be really cool.
like what's that fucking horror game you're always playing, Keenan? The Freddy Krueger game,
Dying.
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Like basically like take that like one step further.
Right. Build your murder house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make the Saw sequel.
What is
There is a Saw character.
Dead by Daylight plus Dungeon Keeper.
Yeah, or Evil Genius or whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I realized today I have Evil Genius in my Steam library,
Mm-hmm.
really thought about booting it up or even making it one of my picks in the future.
So changes around the old bad Playstyle watering hole. We're no longer using people's names as the
Not Real Game Awards.
The Not Real Game Awards. Now we have what are called the bad standards, and these will be changing every 10 episodes. Right now,
we're standards and practices.
Yeah, so these are going to receive a number between between 0 and 5 of how many of this game they receive. So, House of the Dying Sun, how many Payday 2s does it get?
Ooh,
I'm a soft 3. Yeah, like
I was thinking like 3 or 4 because Payday 2 to me evokes something very corny.
But also like the
yeah. So, but that's the thing. It's like
the part where it's about its shit is why I'm saying
yeah, exactly. It's.
So the thing I actually really like about this game is that the game is about its shit. The actual act of playing the game is about its shit, and the lore is all about how fucked up that shit you're doing is.
Yeah.
I started reading the extra logs after I finished the game. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do?
The lore in this game is great because it's as cool as I feel like I remember the Warhammer 40,000 universe being.
Yeah,
and it is not as cool as I remember it anymore. Yeah. But it really captures that feeling.
It's this external report you're not involved
in.
I'm
gonna go with a 3. I want to do a 4, but I don't feel like I can. Why? Because Payday 2 is incredibly corny.
Yeah, it's not so far up its ass it's willing to take those chances.
Well, so one thing I will say is, for me, I'm taking these as not a whole, but I'm investigating a piece, and then giving it a number based on that. But that's just me. That's how I'm doing it. You guys can do it however you want.
Maybe Payday 2 at launch, I would give it a 4. But Payday 2 as it lives today,
as it became,
it's too wacky now.
Yeah, like Goat Simulator DLC.
So
I
mean, I was gonna take these as individual components that I described and compared it to, not the game as a whole.
Money grab Payday 2.
Okay, so 3.
Yeah.
How many Spelunkies does it get?
Ooh,
I want to go with 3.
Yeah, I'd give it that. It has a really simple... it has consistent rules across everything.
What I want to say is elegant.
Yeah. There's nothing superfluous in
and
this game.
It's not here to prove anything outside of its goals.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a 3 or a 4 for me.
And then also, it is crushingly difficult when you allow it.
Yeah. When you ask it.
When you ask for it, it brings it.
Oh man, I love the difficulty selection text.
Yeah.
Because each difficulty has a little different paragraph written, and it's like your enemies hate you and they've had years to prepare.
Yeah, there's this whole space biblical thing going on with the text in this game that's really good.
Yeah.
Look, the Emperor's the fucking opening sequence. I was so in immediately.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of Brigador.
It's incredible because it's just text on a screen and a sound.
Yeah, and a church bell.
And then it does it again, and it does it again, and you're like, oh no, I'm here.
It was what Brigador was trying to do, but it did it a little better.
It's like its own version of the Doom cock the shotgun with the music.
Solo no brave must fall. The great leader is dead.
Yeah.
The thing I would compare it to even more, even though this is evoking a very different feeling, is it's front and center. It gets your attention the way a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, no, it has this immediate you're in it, go thing to it that.
But this is almost the fucking opposite of Star Wars. There's nothing joyful or heroic.
No. We got 3, and Fallout New Vegas.
I don't know, 0.
0?
1. I don't know. It has guns.
I think 1 because there is some weird emerging storytelling throughout the experience.
There's a bleakness, I feel, that I think deserves a 1. I'm on 1.
I'll give it 1.
Yeah, I'm on 1. And then TIE Fighter.
Yeah, so I brought this up.
4 or a 5.
No, I'm gonna go with 5, but I brought this up because I think there's a lot of things about TIE Fighter that resonate today.
Well, it's like
one with the bad guy.
I'm gonna give you a tattoo for committing genocide on Kashyyyk, that kind of thing, right? And then the whole space imperium, and then bureaucracy.
Yeah, it's there are themes in that game. You are the bad guy, etc. That I think are resonant in a lot of things that we play and do, but also it's a fucking spaceflight sim about blowing shit up.
Yeah.
Like, so in this case, it's definitely a 5 for
and
me.
about
like,
blowing things up, you have no business blowing up. Because that was what TIE Fighter was all
yeah,
about,
no, like,
too.
you're being a shithead in a spaceship.
Alright.
And then you play X-Wing and you get shields and do righteous things.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Alright, so 5. And then how many Alpha Centauris? Sid Meier's Firaxis Games Alpha Centauri. This is...
I don't know.
2?
I think 2. There's some clashing ideologies.
Because it's definitely got that sort of like, this is the future aesthetic. I don't know.
Well, and also, like, the whole setup of the game is, like, there was a civil war. There was a conflict of wills and a conflict of ideas. And, like, a side won and a side fucking lost.
You are the terrible result of that.
Yeah.
If you hadn't committed great sins, God would not have sent me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with the 2. That's fine with me.
Yeah. All right. So those are the bad standards. They will be the bad standards for the next 9 episodes at this point.
900 years.
And then we used to do a thing here in this part of the episode. Oh, wait. I'm skipping some things. My bad.
I do have a dumb wrestling thing.
Okay, go.
Ronda Rousey informed us wrestling isn't real this week.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Blew the lid off that.
Wait, Owen.
Investigative reporter Ronda Rousey. Yeah.
Can I get some back up on this?
Okay, yeah, sure.
It's fake and we're idiots.
Some slap up? Alright, yeah.
I mean...
While under WWE's employ.
Totes priest.
Yeah.
You jumped the gun on video games having sex.
Yeah.
That was fine. That was where it should have gone.
I had the feeling.
No, when I got that feeling.
I did it. I went for it.
You got blow on the memory card
Yep.
and stick it in the slot.
Yep.
All right.
Load that.
Yeah.
PS1.
Load
game.
those blocks. All 16 of them. 16, right? I don't remember. Anyway, where can they find
15.
us?
It was
Owen, say the email address.
So if you want to contact us, you can reach us at badplaystyle@gmail.com. However, if you would like to see our beautiful website, you can go to shame.club or shame.business.
That shit happened?
That shit happened.
Yeah.
All right. And then what's our Twitter that doesn't get used?
At Bad Playstyle.
All right. This is the part where normally the chicken hat would go. 2 things are happening. First thing that's happening is Keenan won the chicken hat, but by the slimmest of margins.
It's definitely not like a Keenan, why aren't you playing the games chicken hat.
It was,
it's
this chicken hat was largely mishandled technical issues and Owen taking offense at the way Keenan finished Fallout 1.
He disrespected Fallout 1.
So
that's the most concise.
That's where the point 1 came from.
That's
yeah,
the point, because you.
I got an ending.
Yeah, like let's not rehash it.
We don't need to reopen either of the reasons I'm here.
It happened. Yeah. Okay, so for that reason, Keenan is now known as say it,
Conky Bong.
Conky Bong, and we will be changing his Steam icon as such for 3 months.
Yeah.
Starting as soon as we can get a picture.
Today.
Well, as soon as we can get a picture.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't have to change it until there's a picture?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's when it'll start, and it'll go for 3 months, and then we are semi-retiring. Well, we're
putting it in the closet.
We're nuclear disarming the chicken hat.
We're no longer keeping track, and it will come up if there's a concern.
You know the way the United States has disarmed its nuclear stockpile, and we don't have nuclear weapons anymore? Like, we don't have any.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're disarming it like that.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, there we go.
We're taking those nuclear missile submarines, and we took out 4 missiles and put Navy SEALs in it instead. That's what we're doing.
In the missile pods?
They removed them and used the space.
No, but like you fire a Navy. Okay.
Yeah, no, they're into it.
Navy SEALs. That's what they say when they come out.
Yep.
So they're Pokemon.
Just like in Command and Conquer.
Just like in Clerks.
Yeah.
And then what are we playing next week? Wow,
Matt, what are we
That's
playing?
a good question, Matt. I have an answer for you, Matt. It's a little game by the name, you may have heard of it. You probably didn't. It's called PIKUNIKU.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
We're going to play some
I've heard some
PIKUNIku.
things.
I believe it is on Switch.
Yes,
so if you want to give us a report of the Switch version, that's
I'll
A-okay
probably
with
do
me.
that.
Which means that Keenan and I, that frees us to play the co-op version.
Oh.
Because there's a co-op version. I saw it on the Game Gramps.
Okay.
For
Those
like
guys.
3 seconds. I don't actually watch them anymore.
No, but
I was
like
doing research on PIKUNIku.
they are
and
the best
came up.
possible version of themselves at this point.
At this point, yeah, I would say they are. And I'm a big fan of Ninja Sex Party.
Mhm.
Anyway, shout outs to
Those guys are okay.
Danny Sexbang.
Those guys are okay.
Anyway,
Previous iterations of those guys are not okay.
if you want to be on Bad Playstyle, let us know.
Yeah.
We're gonna build a list of upcoming games so that we can offer them to people who would like to be guests.
Yeah, so we're gonna try and have more guests on for you guys.
We want you to play badly with us.
And then we used to do the best part of the show at this point, which was Sam Fisher versus, in which the person who picked the game that week would frame a situation that Sam was in. But how did you put it, Owen? What were the two outcomes?
Either that Sam fucking annihilates everyone in his path,
With extreme violence.
or Sam fundamentally doesn't understand the rules of the world he's been dropped into
and gets fucked up.
Right, it's like too complicated for him to deal with.
it's too complicated, or just too outside his wheelhouse.
Yeah. Those are the two outcomes. And so, in an effort to stave off the heat death of this segment of the podcast, and give you guys the full boyfriend experience, we're changing Sam Fisher. Now, this section of the podcast is called Sam Fisher Presents Who Versus. And I believe
The Who this time around.
this is
Guybrush
we settled on Guybrush 3-Point
from the Monkey Island
from
series.
the Monkey Island series.
Oh, is
which,
that what he's from?
Yeah.
which Owen, take it away with that note.
Okay,
Oh God.
so Guybrush versus the Throne World versus the Traitor Flagship.
Yeah.
I mean, Guybrush eats shit.
Do you don't think he somehow, because like the rules
He puts
of
a frog
Monkey
on a
Island
stick and wins?
is that like Guybrush can't win by conventional means, but he also can't wholly lose. So do you think he like
But-
bumbles into genocide?
But also, Guybrush is a good person.
Okay. So
And-
do you think he bumbles into the situation being resolved somehow? Like accidentally
No,
kills
dude,
the dragon?
That pirate's beard is made of fire. He doesn't get to fuck with that.
Like, I don't know, because like I feel like he would just be like cracking jokes on the comms with the other pilots the whole time.
That's it. He's the guy who makes the jokes as you're flying into combat, and he eats shit.
He's Goose?
He's the one who's
He's
like,
Shane Black from Predator.
yeah, he's Harry Connick Jr. in Independence Day.
I don't like
He's-
this at all.
He's cracking the jokes and then goes down.
I don't like this at all. No, because Guybrush can't die. That's his whole... Okay, even if he gets turned to stone.
Well, whatever, he ejects and he's in space cracking jokes over the comms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's how those games work.
All right.
Just floating in space like Apollo.
I'm-
His suit's leaking. So,
I-
it's like, so guys.
I was excited about this segment at the beginning of the podcast. My excitement is precipitously
You didn't think
declining.
we'd do your boy Guybrush dirty like this?
I thought you guys... First of all, I thought you knew who Guybrush was
Uh-huh.
and had like a reverence for that at all. But
I know who he is. I don't have a reference for him.
Yeah, no, so that's none of that. And apparently you
No.
just fucking hate Guybrush.
I don't hate him, but I don't think breath mints are gonna solve the problem here.
No, but they...
Especially not grog flavored ones.
Okay, but like we gave Sam Fisher that like Sam Fisher universe rules apply to Sam Fisher.
Okay.
And so like do Guybrush 3-Point rules suddenly not apply?
I think this place is harsh and unforgiving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they apparently don't.
In
All right.
space, all you can hear are screams.
It's just, that's what all astronauts will tell you. It's
Yep.
just an endless cacophony of screaming.
I really appreciate the Earth where there's less screaming.
Yeah.
That's what they say when they get back.
Shockingly less screaming.
They kiss the ground and go, "Wow, it's a lot
really-
less screaming
It's
down."
really quiet down here.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to our show.
Later, guys.
The fuck?
Our theme music is composed by my good friend Benjamin Busey, and you can find more of his music at soundcloud.com/BucciBae, which is spelled Buccibae.
I thought it was pronounced Bucky.